Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Live Lounge. Hopefully, everybody's doing good, getting ready for this Thanksgiving holiday. And yeah, we're about 48 hours away. Let me give you a little piece of advice. Don't talk about politics. It will shorten your Christmas list. So it's easier that way. Just don't even discuss it. Let's just keep right on moving past it. I already told a lot of people that I work with, I said the easiest thing to do is when people, because if you think about it, all the groups are going to be smaller this year because, we're not going to have a big group of people gathering. So you're going to be there with 4 or 5 other people. You're not going to be able to hide somewhere. So best advice, if you're watching, don't talk about politics because all you're going to do is get somebody in trouble. Somebody's going to end up getting pissed off. It ain't worth it. So there, I just saved your Thanksgiving. Let's move on to what we were here for. I got good words about this guy named Randall King, and I know all you guys are here to see him because, man, I've heard great things about him, and I have not a chance to meet him. It seemed like everywhere he was going to be, I was just missing him by a day or so. And I have heard wonderful things. I look forward to visiting with him because I haven't really ever got a chance to meet him. I knew who he was, but never really got a chance to visit with him. So obviously, all the fans are excited to meet up with him. So let's bring him on here. And that's Mr. Randall King, everybody. Good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Down here in Lubbock, Texas.
Well, you're just, hour and a half down the road from me.
Yeah, we ain't far.
Yeah. So what's going on with you this week? You taking the week a little bit slower because of the holiday, or you just been doing nothing because of COVID?
I drove down to College Station for a interview with Texas Music Pickers yesterday. Okay. And then I drove all the way down, just went ahead and drove all the way down, picked up some new lighting carts that were added to our stage that needed to be picked up. And so yesterday I drove from 7:30 a.m. till about midnight. And
wow.
And I drove here today. So another 5
hours. You are much better at that than I am because if I can't get there in about 2 or 3 hours, if I can't land a plane close to it, I don't have the concentration to be in a car anymore. When I was your age, I could get in a car and drive for days. But yeah, older you get, the more you realize, like, man, I don't want to be trapped in a car.
Yeah, but it don't bother me. It's just me by myself traveling along. Got a lot of time to think to myself, come up with some new song ideas, and yeah, it's good.
I was going to ask you how all that's going because I mean each artist I talk to every week has a different feel of what COVID has done. What has that done for you? As far, I mean, obviously it's kept you off the stage, but has it helped you?
No.
It hasn't really. Oh, not really.
It did for about 3 months. And we found a safe way to keep people socially distant. do basically seated table type restaurant events, and
oh wow, okay.
That way we're following CDC guidelines, and we're it's not the 500,000, 1,500 cap rooms that we were selling out.
Right.
It keeps my guys paid. It keeps us tight. Keeps us from sitting on our tail ends at home. And
right. Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome that you've been able to figure that out because the majority of people that I've talked to are just sitting at home. I mean, there isn't the venue, just isn't the venues available. You've been able to figure that out. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, we're not. I can't sit at home, man. I can't do it.
If I was in your position and I had talent, I would. Yeah, it would drive me nuts. I don't think if I just couldn't do it. I'd have to be outside. I'd have to be working. I'd have to be doing something. So.
Yeah. I've been that way my whole life, man. Since I was 16, I've got 2 jobs at least, or at least one job, and stayed busy. I don't like sitting around. So we found, we started out this year. We were selling out shows, pretty much everywhere we went.
Right.
It just COVID kind of puts things on pause in a way, but man, we've been writing. I've been in the studio a lot. We've got these. We got these 4 songs that are going to all be dropped out finally December 11th.
Okay.
We're still recording. We got more music coming next year. So
that's great news, man. That's good to hear because, man, you're one of the few that's been able to figure out the loophole because most have not. Yeah. Well, I know a lot of your fans are on here and probably everybody's familiar, but it could be some on here that aren't familiar with how did Randall King get started? What did you do? What made you decide to do this?
I mean, man, I've been doing this since I was a kid. I've been singing since I could talk, and I never shut up. So my dad got me a guitar and put me in lessons in first grade, and I played all the time, man. It was a passion of mine, something I wanted to do. Played talent shows, played in worship bands, played in little side garage bands for a long time, and then when I graduated high school, I went down to Texas Tech, and in the dorm room. My first semester, I did really good, but I stayed in the dorm room a lot. My second semester writing songs, so I didn't do very well. And failed out, went over to South Plains College down the road, got a sound tech degree, and was writing my tail end off, learned how to produce records, produced my first EP, and which was Another Bullet here in Texas. And then signed on with my management company, my booking agency. We started playing hard, playing heavy, and then they let me produce my first self-titled record in Nashville, and that got me my record deal. So we're climbing.
You are, man. I think that's great. I mean, and the cool part is, and this isn't to cut away on the folks that are working their way through on some of the TV shows, which they skip all the hard part to get to, the middle, to only have that taken away from them eventually. Well, you working up the rungs really is a sign of your heart and the way that you feel about the music. And I admire you for that. That you putting in the hours for it. And I think you sound like you were raised that way. That was what you were taught to do. So,
man, I come from 4 generations of truckers and hay haulers out of Hereford, Texas. That I mean, our mentality was you bust your ass what you get.
That's right.
My mentality coming into the scene was there wasn't going to be anybody out there who was going to outwork me.
Mm-hmm. Well, no one will hand it to you. You got to work for it, and they'll show you. And then, but based on your record deal, they know what they're going to get. I mean, they're going to get their hands on a hard worker, some guy who's figured out the loophole to make it into places where he can keep getting the art out there. I think that's the biggest part, is being able to keep your art out there and know to keep spreading the word, the good word of Randall King. I think that shows a lot of character about you. Well, that's fantastic, man. Let's talk about the music. So you said you got some music coming out December the 11th, and I know you got Hey Cowgirl out there, and I know you. Of course, you've had a lot more than that, but I just know that's the one that currently everybody's looking at. Give me some notes on what song you want to do first, and kind of let me know what song. Well, let's get to that. What song do you want to do first?
Man, I'll play the one that we just recently dropped out a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Hey Moon.
Okay. Do Hey Moon, and give me a little background on how this one came about, because I always love to hear the backstories on them. So when they come about, we'll know when you start hearing them on the radio, okay, well, this is how that story started. So tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah. So when Hey Moon, I wrote it about a friend of mine by the name of Danny Sadra, who's an artist as well here in Lubbock, and good friend of mine. We both started out at the Blue Light, and I knew him from singer-songwriter nights on Mondays. And Danny's former military and a hard-working dude, and just one of the greatest fathers, greatest men I've ever met. And he's got this little girl that he absolutely loves, his daughter. And there was about 60 days he got hit with a lawsuit where he couldn't see his daughter for about 60 days, fighting for her in the court. And it was brutal to watch, man. It was brutal to watch him go through. And it just absolutely broke him, and it broke my heart. And I sat down and I wrote this for him and his little girl. And my sister passed away back in April.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, man. It's life. It is what it is. It's life. And you find the positive lights where you can. But I sent this song to her after I wrote it, and it became her favorite song, because it was her song to her little girl, and because there were times where she couldn't see her daughter.
Right.
I think it goes, it goes the same. It goes the same both ways, man.
Wow.
Parent versus parent. It's just it's hard on everybody when you can't see your kids. So.
Oh, I agree. We have a 10-month-old at home, and then my kids are spread out in age. I have one that's 30 who's married and has his own daughter, and then we just had one 10 months ago. And so, yeah, the kids are spread out, and but yeah, I can understand. You get attached to them, and there isn't any sort of love that's any deeper than was with a parent and a child. And I would imagine that would be incredibly difficult, and especially to be separated from them and with not any way to be able to do anything about it. That'd be hard. All right, let's hear that. Hey Moon, it's Randall King. I'm gonna get out of your way and let you run it.
Man, we'll fix this real fast.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
All right, here we go. Hey Moon, it's me again, that guy. It's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey Moon, there's someone you see that stands between her loving me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey Moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey Moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey Moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us? Has she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again? Hey Moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey Moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey Moon. Hey Moon, if you see my little girl, shine your light on the world. Trust me, I know it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey, Moon.
Wow, that's really good. That like got the chills, man. That's good. That's good stuff.
Thank you, man.
And that's really good. You got people from all over the country watching you. And I'll pop up a couple people here. You got some fans watching from all over the country. Got one there from Nashville. Looks like Allison from Nashville. You got Nita who's watching from Burke Burnett. Now my night guy Zach Grantham here at KGNC here. He said his uncle went to South Plains. It was the best 7.5 years. I guess it's Uncle Edna. Zach is so weird. This is the reason why Zach doesn't ask questions.
It's a 2-year college.
Yeah, it's like what? Once again.
What's that, Tommy Boy?
Yeah, it basically. Yeah, that's Zach. Zach's Tommy Boy, complete Tommy Boy.
Awesome.
And yeah, you got fans here listening in Amarillo. Deanna listening to, and so man, you have so many. Let's see, hold on. Here's your question. Will Leanna be available in physical copy? She's old school and she wants, either CDs or is it digital?
No, it's it's 4 songs, so it's really hard to do right now with a 4-song EP.
Allison, that gets expensive when they have to print 4 songs onto one disc. It doesn't become cost efficient. So
yeah, I mean the plan right now is no, but that could change. We may be on the road, but right now everything's going to be online for streaming. So
I find you somebody that can load that for you. Get that loaded up. Caleb, who's my midday guy, he's as you know, everybody's from around this way, so they are familiar with you. They're familiar where you went to school, and so I wanted to ask you that question there. Did you enjoy school? Were you just itching to graduate and get out? And then, of course, I guess your football question.
If it was high school, honestly, no, man. I struggled with that. I had a hard time leaving the nest, man. I'm really close to my dad, and
right.
Back then I wasn't really big on change, so it was hard.
I don't think there's very many people are though, Randall. That's not. No one's really like that. No one really likes change out of what they're accustomed to. I mean, you get in a rhythm, and no one really likes to be knocked out of that rhythm.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say this though: once I got out, did I want to come back? Hell no.
Once you see the other side, I was kind of that some way. I grew up in a small town. I was like, I didn't realize what all was out there until I got out there. He goes, okay. I always thought that I wanted to go back. I was like, no, I really don't. He had a second part of that question. How do you think your White Faces are going to do in the playoffs this year?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to any of that.
There you go, Caleb. See, he's got real work. He's got real work. I guess
the last time I ever saw Hereford in the playoffs, I was a kid. I'm sure that I know they've made it since, but
right.
It was a state championship game. I went to the Cowboys. I think it was Texas Stadium back then. And,
right.
Watched old Cody Hodges, who was the quarterback for my Red Raiders.
Right.
Damn near lead us to a state championship.
Yeah. Well, you got people that are coming to. Let's see. You got Faith watching you over there in Nashville.
Heck yeah.
You got let's see, Archie Campbell, Bulls Gap, Tennessee. So right. Man, you've got lots of folks here. Let's see. You got. Let's see. You had a request. Let's see. Middle of Nowhere Church, the best tune they've ever heard.
Wow, that's not even out yet. That's pretty good.
See, you got some hardcores. I'll tell you this because being in Amarillo, you got hardcores. There are people that ask about you all the time. So yes, you do have the. Caleb said it's a 4-team district. Everybody makes the playoffs. All right then. All right then.
Time for you.
That's cool. Caleb lives out in Canyon, so that ain't much bigger if I'm not mistaken. So you got folks. Let's see, you got someone listening out from Michigan. So man, you got fans all over this country that are watching you all over our YouTube channels and across different stations. But Randall, let's get into some of the other things. So if you had to. Hold on, let me get you. These questions keep popping up. Let's see. Man, you just get these people are just coming out of nowhere. Randall, there you go. You got a birthday. Happy birthday to my sister Megan. Her birthday was on Sunday.
Happy birthday, Megan.
There you go. All right. Now, because if I don't stop them, they'll just keep going because the fans are coming out of nowhere. So you told me that what you wanted to do. You knew this from the very beginning. I always love to ask this question because I guess if it wasn't music, what do you think you would have done? Because if music was never in the question, what do you think it would have interested you enough? Say it was never an option.
Honestly, coming out of high school, I thought about being a cop.
All right.
Yeah, and I got some family that's cops, and I think it's a big commitment. It's a role that's bigger than yourself, and obviously, if you've watched what's been going on in the last few years, it's a very tough role.
Ton of responsibility.
It's a necessary role. You know, I mean, obviously, thin blue line right there.
There you go. There you go.
But I'm also an entrepreneur, man. I'm a businessman, so I don't know. I could have done anything, really. Anything. I would have probably just started my own business somewhere.
Tell me about this coffee brand that you got.
The Hard Living Coffee Beans?
That's right.
It's strong.
That's what I heard.
It's I believe it's a Colombian Guatemalan blend that my friend Abby Rhodes over at Copeland Dance Hall. I'm a big coffee guy. I drink coffee. In fact, I drank coffee all day yesterday. And
for driving 15 hours. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So I've been being a big coffee guy. She pitched the idea of creating my own coffee beans and coffee line. And I was like, well, we're the Hard Living band. Hard Living Touring LLC. So I was like, dude, just call it Hard Living Coffee Beans. We come by that honestly anyway. So we've stocked the bus with those coffee beans. You know, they're actual beans. You ground them, and you can do the real special carafe or whatever they call it. But I'm old school. We got a pot. Right. We put the beans in the pot, and we make some damn coffee.
That's exactly the way it should be. You don't get the fancy French press. Yeah, exactly.
A little bit of honey, and let's roll.
Absolutely. Well, you said you're an entrepreneur, so you got into. You said obviously you got the coffee brands. What else are you doing? I mean, there's other things that interest you, so you want to get into doing other things.
I'm big in the stock market.
Are you really?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching. I guess electric cars have been taking off, so I've been putting money into that. And hell, over the last month, I've watched my money double, almost triple. So it's been
not a bad way to live.
I've been pretty good at it.
Closed up at over 30,000 today. So.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm watching it with you. It's nice to see. It's nice to see somebody your age taking that seriously because
there's money to be made, man.
There's money to be made if you're paying attention. So
it takes money to make money, but hey,
it takes just a little bit to get started. You should be prepared to save. And anybody who's watching this, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. So you just have to be disciplined enough to be able to save. And that's all it takes. So you got some people that are excited to see you. Come see you out in Fort Worth.
Yeah, so, Bob's. I know we're coming back there in Amarillo with Aaron Watson.
When are you going to be here?
I want to say I think it's December 18th.
Well, be sure to let us know. I would love to come see you, and I know I can guarantee you we would love to. I'll get with Clayton or JR, and I want to make sure I want to come out and come watch
you. Get one of them Randall King Gator masks.
Absolutely, I'll make sure I'll wear that with pride in the merch, man. You know me, man.
You can't catch COVID when you're talking, baby.
That's right. I like your style. I like your style.
I'm gonna make a series if Tom kills COVID. We'll go with that.
You should.
It ain't CDC regulation, but hey.
With the mask on. I mean, I think I got 3 of them sitting on my desk. They're everywhere because our office is covered in them, and we have to have them on, and not that I don't feel. I feel like we need to have them on just for the safety of me. I like I told you, I got to go home to a 10-month-old, so I just really want to be safe as I can because I mean, not everybody's safe. So we got to be.
I got a bunch of mask stuff down in my center console on my truck, my cigars, and I stuck them in that center console and didn't realize what I was doing.
And now all your masks smell like cigars.
It's good.
That's cool. Well, so you got to let's talk about the second song. So what's the second song you would like to do?
I mean, I had a request for this one, so I think it'd be kind of cool to do it. I don't think I've ever done it on an interview before. So,
well, hey, knock it out. We
with Jeffrey Steele. We recorded it a while back. It's going to go on the full length record that we've been in the studio working on,
Mhm.
and hopefully that comes out. If COVID don't mess things up,
Well,
hopefully it comes out second or third quarter next year. But we'll see what happens, man.
okay.
That's always all that kind of stuff's always changing. So
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna depend how first quarter goes to see what how releases happen. What's the name of this one?
this is Middle of Nowhere Church.
No, okay, that's okay. All right, let's see.
Me tuning the guitar.
And yeah, right now he's gonna be tuning. All right, let me get out of your way. Randall King.
Yeah. Woo, hold on, boy. Hold on. We gonna tune this thing.
Take two. Take two. Here we go.
We got her now. She was right, I was wrong. Can't make it on my own. All the pieces I was missing were right there all along. I was 90 miles driving through her memory when it hit me like a middle of nowhere church on a middle of nowhere road. I found a little lost in the middle of letting her go. That life that I was searching for ain't a life without her. Yeah, you might as well just put me in the dirt in the middle of nowhere church. Every tear, every hurt, wish I could go back in reverse. So I keep gaining speed, hoping I can get to her. I'm riding on a wing in a prayer, she's still standing there, like a middle of nowhere church, on the middle of nowhere road. I found a little lost in the middle of letting her go. That life that I was searching for ain't a life without her. Yeah, you might as well just put me in the dirt in the middle of nowhere church. Yeah, daydream man, I was right back in her love, and there she was, like a middle of nowhere church on the middle of nowhere road. I found a little lost, and I ain't letting go. That life that I was searching for ain't a life without her. If I can't have my heaven on this earth, then you might as well just put me in the dirt in the middle of nowhere church.
Wow.
There you go.
That's good. That's really good, dude. Now, and here's what kills me. You had somebody request that how would they have found that if that's you said that's not even out, won't even be out?
I've played it acoustic at a couple shows.
Okay.
In fact, we tried it out full band one time, like Billy Bob's. So
right.
I'm sure they
So
heard it from there or
YouTube.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you had somebody ask a a question while you was playing, and I gotta go back and find it. Somebody's asking about. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Since you were talking about electric cars, somebody asked if they should buy some stock in Tesla.
I'm not your financial advisor, and I'm not taking advice from me at all.
He's like, I can't give you that, but
there's people that pay. Like, you got to pay for that kind of advice, and mine's probably not worth the boots I'm wearing. So,
but you had a lot of great comments on that song. It was an awesome song. People putting up all the hearts and saying, let's see, you got people. Here's another question for your Around Forever. Is Around Forever going to be on the EP or the full-length album?
Around Forever comes out December 11th with my version of I'll Fly Away. That'll finish off the EP I named after my sister Leanna.
Wow. Okay. And this, I'll tell you this, Randall, this is a big compliment right here from Jake Watson. This dude is the reason I'm still a country music fan.
Wow.
Right there.
That's pretty big words.
That's saying some stuff, man. That's saying some stuff, man. I do these all the time. I've been doing these for about 9 or 10 months, and this is the most I've had people, writing in, and having a hard time keeping up with all the people because, man, you've really brought out the fans. Well, man, I gotta say, I want to say thank you, and especially to all your fans who came. And hold on, still got people coming.
Well, I appreciate you guys very much, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, man,
fans and supporting it.
Your fans are incredible here. Do you think you'll do some more shows with Kylie Fry?
Yeah, man. Kylie was originally supposed to open up for us in Corpus back in, I guess, April, maybe. And, COVID canceled literally everything for us for about 3 months. And I was excited because she'd opened for Kojo one time.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Kojo's boys were talking to us about how badass she was. She was kicking ass. And
she is.
I really wanted her on the show, man. She's a good friend of mine. And so we played in Nashville. We brought her back out, and we'll definitely be putting her on a few more, man. It's good to see badass women in country music doing really great.
Amen. And we don't have enough of them out there right now. We need to keep giving them some love because this, and it's good to see somebody like you that sees that and knows there's space for everybody. And that's the way I run my radio stations. That's exactly the way I make sure that we give plenty of space. I recognize the women as much as I recognize the men, and I play KGNC. I play a lot of the what we call superstars, and we acknowledge the Reba and the Faith and and granted I know it goes older than that, but based on the radio we do. But the Judds and just some of the things that kind of some of the country. Oh yeah, dude, we dig in. I mean, we really truly dig in. But I know that you have a lot of fans around here, and let us know more about when the EP comes out. We'd love to know some more about that, and maybe when you get back and you release the full length record, I would love to have you back on here. Because obviously that's going to have you bigger and better and out there a little bigger, and people's going to know your name. I can assure you you're getting into a spot where I'm going to say pretty soon at this time next year, you're going to be pretty well a bigger name around the country already than more than you are now. There's fingers crossed, man. I think you got some big stuff ahead of you. And I mean, it's nice to meet you. I'd heard some wonderful things about you. I know a lot of people in your crew that work with you. So, and they've said nothing but great things about you. And I will tell you this.
I appreciate that very much, man.
This is some big news. That's a big compliment.
Absolutely.
That is, King George riding off into the sunset. Randall King coming up in the horizon. So that is.
All right, I got you. I wasn't sure what you were talking about. Yeah, I
Can you read
the comments. So.
Oh, you can't read the comments. See, no. I've been putting those up there thinking you can see them. Oh, because you're. Well, my apologies. I didn't know you could. I've been popping them up there thinking you could see them, but the way your phone's turned. God, that was so confusing. Okay. I find this out, 42 minutes.
I wasn't tech savvy, man. I'm good in the stock market, but I can't run this iPhone worth it down.
And see, what's funny is I've been popping up these little things where everybody's been talking and asking you questions, and I thought you could see them. And the whole time I thought, well, that doesn't. But now it makes total sense that you couldn't see it. Okay, I was like, why is he not in? I'm like putting these things up here. That's funny. Randall, thank you so much, man. I want to have you back. Have your people get in touch with me when you come here to Amarillo next month, because I'd love to meet you and shake your hand, obviously with a mask on from a distance, and no hand sanitizer. Watch you honky tonk it up and see what this is all about.
Come on,
all right,
it'll be good.
Absolutely, Randall King, everybody.
I appreciate you,
dude. Thank you so much, and we'll meet next month for sure. Right. Thank you, man. Randall King, everybody, man, what a talented kid, man. That guy's so good. I'm really glad we got a chance to meet with him. I got to thank everybody for being here. Everybody who stuck around. There were so many people that were watching today. Thank you on the YouTube channel all across. And I'm just going to go ahead and answer some of these questions, guys. Chris, yes, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. There were so many wonderful people who had said some wonderful things. And thank you. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Allison. So yes, thank you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And if you live in the area where you could, look at all these sweet comments. Thank you, Madison, and Tina. But if you live in the area and you can, if you live in the West Texas, you live in the Panhandle. I work at KGNC. Obviously, I do afternoons there, and I'm the program director at KGNC. So I would love to, let's make sure you listen to us. We are the #1 country station here in the Panhandle. We give you over 100 minutes commercial free, and we take good care of you. And I would love to have you guys as fans. So I appreciate each and every one of you who are watching tonight, and I thank you. And keep country music alive. I think that's the biggest thing, keeping country music alive. And it's nice to have a fellow like Randall who's out there playing the places and keeping country music alive. And it's great to see all the fans. That's the biggest thing, seeing all these fans. So, dude, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys listening to our show, listening to our radio station. I do this every Tuesday night, by the way. And if you want to come back, I have somebody on here every Tuesday night. In fact, next Tuesday night is another special one. Russell Dickerson will be on next Tuesday night. So I'll have him on. His album comes out next week as well, Southern Symphony. But thank you, Tammy. KGNC rocks. I appreciate that. And Justin Fowler, thank you so much. Great show. But you guys are more than welcome to come back and see us and visit with us. And like I say, if you're passing through the Panhandle, make sure you keep us tuned in on 97.9. We promise we will take very good care of you. We have a lot of great, let's see, Johnny, can need you need a couple tickets. You may have to work that out. That's, I don't know. I didn't think to ask him where he was playing, which I'm sure it's probably on his website. So if you go to randallkingmusic.com, if I remember correctly, it's randallkingmusic.com. You could probably get all the ticket information right there. But thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate that. And Nita, everybody who's been saying such sweet things, guys. I'll tell you bye. Tex, our midday guy, was on here. He was in some of the comments. Thank you guys. Zach, our dude, he is he does nights. Rosa, I'm glad you liked Hey Moon. That was it gave me chills, man. That was such a beautiful song. And Church in the Middle of Nowhere, man, some great stuff there from Randall King. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. Russell Dickerson in the live lounge, and have a safe and happy and wonderful Thanksgiving. All right, and enjoy that with your family or your loved ones or whoever you're choosing to hang out with. Remember what I told you at the very beginning. Number one subject to avoid on Thanksgiving Day: politics. Politics. That will keep you out of trouble, since everybody's stuff is so small, and all the gatherings are going to be tiny. So if you want to talk about it, it will shorten your Christmas list. I said that earlier because I said it on the air, and it got on the radio today. It got a big turn. So have a great night, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday night at 7. Have a great night.